All right, Heat Nation, we got to talk about a trending topic, which was the bad defense that we played against the Pistons. A lot of people were not happy with Tyler Hero being vocal about the fact that we didn't play good defense because he is the leader of bad defense. And normally that's true, but he actually wasn't that bad defensively that game. And I know what you're thinking. Bojan scored 31 points. A lot of those 31 points were on Max and Highsmith and also Tyler. So it was a combination of players, but he didn't score all 31 on Tyler. Tyler does show up in the film that I'm about to show you guys in terms of playing bad defense, but that's to be expected. Like, we expect to see Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson in every breakdown of bad defense for every Heat game. We expect to see that, right? We all know that they're not the best defenders on the team, but some of the players that I'm seeing in this video, it's really sad that we're seeing guys like Bam, Caleb, Highsmith, and the 3 and D player in Max being on film basically just playing bad defense. And I know everybody has a bad night, but I've been kind of vocal to other Heat fans about Max Strus and his defense. I think it's overrated. He can play good defense, but between him and Jimmy, they're not really playing defense consistently this year. They've been turning the on and off switch. So I can make a whole separate video on that. But in this video, we're gonna go over the Heat possessions using Film Sessions video. His full video has the Pistons and the Heat possessions, and since we're a Heat channel, we don't want to watch the Pistons breakdown. So let's just go ahead and get into the Heat possessions and let's talk about it.
Okay, this gamble here is just atrocious. Look at this player gamble. Now you can't guard one-on-one, and this player's going to get right to the rim for two.
So the very first possession, we start with Caleb Martin. I know Bagley is a decent player, but honestly, he's low-key a bust. He's not that good. And if you look at his numbers, he's not putting up impressive numbers. And you can see Caleb just does a really horrible job at defense. That's a player that's been pretty good defensively.
You double the post, you have to rotate. This player's got to rotate here, okay? You're not getting back out here. But, yeah, pump and go, draw a second defender, open little jump shot at the free throw line. Okay.
Look at that. It's Mr. 3 and D Max. Where is he? What is he doing? So he makes a good point. I mean, they double what Laurie. Max needed to shift up. He doesn't shift. And obviously that causes all kinds of confusion on the defense, and they score.
What is Adebayo doing here? Bojan Bogdanovic's dribble's picked up right now. There's nothing left for you to do other than to get to Isaiah Stewart. Why are you standing in the middle of nowhere?
Okay, as a basketball player, I understand why he's doing that. He's like, yo, show me you can make that jump shot. And he was hitting that jump shot in that game. So I think next time we play him, Bam's going to close out.
Again, communicate in transition. This Heat player here has Marvin Bagley. So Kyle, you got to say something. So Kyle Lowry knows to stay with Hayes, but there's no communication. So two Heat players go to one, and it's a wide open three. A surefire way to get murdered in a zone when someone's guarding nobody. This player's got to get up and guard the middle of the zone so this player can go to the wing. When somebody's guarding nobody, that means that somebody for the Pistons is obviously being left open. But what is happening here? There is no screen being set, and this player can get over the top even if there is. So why is this Heat player leaving his man here? That screws up the entire balance of the zone. Why is this Heat player leaning towards the screen? Look at this. When you lean towards the screen, now this player can go right down the middle. So that draws its second defender, and now there's nobody to guard the wing.
I'm not surprised that that whole session that he just did a while ago was with Jovic in the game. Jovic right now is low-key trash. I know Heat fans are not going to be happy to hear that, but it's the truth. He's not good right now because he's not playing good defense. He's also not hitting his threes. So he needs to be in the G League, but because we need size and we'd rather not play UD, he's playing, but he's a terrible defender.
It is nothing other than laziness and jogging that this Pistons player gets ahead of this Heat player. I mean, that's what it is. Cannot go under a screen when it's this easy to go over the screen. You're just going way too far under now.
Highsmith must have been tired because lately he's been solid defensively. I'm not sure what the numbers were for Memphis, but he was solid during the 2 games that we played versus the Celtics. So he must have been tired that possession or something because this doesn't make any sense because that was really lazy. For Victor Oladipo, I understand why that's happening to him. He just came back.
Bam Adebayo, you get back to bodies, not space. You just got back to the middle of nowhere. So now this player's right in the lane for two.
Surprise, surprise. Bam's on there again. That's the best defender on the team. And yeah, he was not good versus the Pistons defensively.
Hey, Duncan Robinson's doing just fine guarding one-on-one here. Look at this gamble right. See that gamble right there? Boom. Now you're beat, and now this player's right into the lane, and it's an and one. If you are Kyle Lowry here, this player just picked up his dribble right now. Get out to your man. What? There's nothing left for you to do. Oh, wait, except make a terrible gamble.
I love how Duncan Robinson doesn't think it's a foul. And like Film Session was saying, he played bad defense, and that's expected. We knew that would happen as soon as we saw Duncan Robinson alone in isolation. No offense, Duncan. Laurie, you've been making some gambles for real. Sometimes they work out, but sometimes you always have to wonder, like, what is Laurie doing on the court? Like that was one of those possessions.
What is Adebayo doing? This player is doing fine guarding one-on-one. Look at this. You're fine. What is Adebayo doing? You have your man in the corner here. What? Heater in a zone. This is the way you get killed in a zone when two Heat players guard one Pistons player. This player's got to get up and guard Isaiah Stewart. I mean, look at how long it takes you to actually guard him.
Yes, our players clearly have no respect for Isaiah Stewart. Like Bam already saw him hit the jumper earlier, and he decides to give him a wide open three and say, "Hey, prove to me that you can hit that three." Also, Caleb Martin kind of does the same thing. He's just like, "All right, I'll wait for you to get in the paint." And Film Session might be right on that one. If he actually got up to him, near the 3 point line, he probably wouldn't be comfortable to dribble and get into his bag. So there we go. Bad defense by Bam and Caleb.
You cannot jog back in transition. This is the sole reason why Bojan Bogdanovic gets an open three. Look at this jogging. That's why you're not contesting that three.
Mr. 3 and D defender. Lazy. Sitting in the corner. Everybody's already crossing half court and he's running back late. I told you guys about Max's defense. It's overrated. Very overrated.
Cannot fall asleep on your man like this. Look at you just falling asleep. So now you're going to call out for a late switch that's never going to get there in time.
See, and Heat fans thought that Bojan's 31 was all on Tyler Hero. Look at Laurie just falling asleep. I mean, he's a veteran. He's a good defender usually. So what's going on?
You have to get your feet set in a defensive stance. You cannot just continue to backpedal because you just keep backpedaling all the way into Bogdanovic having an open jumper. Hey, what is going on here? This player's doing fine guarding Isaiah Stewart. Why is this Heat player not taking his man? Again, we get a situation with two people guarding the ball.
I expected that bucket to go in versus Tyler Hero. I mean, Bojan's actually better than a lot of people think. And we know Tyler Hero is not a good defender, so I'm not surprised he backpedaled way too far. If he didn't, he probably would have fouled him anyways. He probably would have used his hands, got a foul. Now, again, Mr. 3 and D defender Max falling asleep on defense. What are we doing? There goes another three for Bojan that everybody said Tyler Hero was responsible for. So we blaming Tyler, and Tyler's not even guarding Bojan the entire game. Come on, guys.
Have to defend this down screen. This Heat player's got to get attached to his man with his arms out so this player can't curl. Look at this player curl off this down screen. So now you have no chance of guarding this handoff. It draws a second defender and a wide open three.
Okay, so when he says this Heat player, he's talking about Caleb. Again, another good defender. But I'm sure everybody probably thought that was Tyler Hero's fault. But yeah, no, Caleb screwed up.
It's just horrible. This player's doing fine one-on-one. Why is this player not guarding his man? Oh, and then he's going to top it off by gambling. So now you give up an open drive right to the rim, draw help, open three. Okay. This Heat defender, Corey Joseph, isn't going anywhere with this dribble right here. Yet look at this Heat defender flying the other way. So now Corey Joseph blows by you the other way for an and one. Gotta show your hands when you're guarding this Pistons player. Look at Caleb Martin right here. Look at how you're bodying him up using your hands. Now this Pistons player is going to create space off of that and just get in the lane. It's a turnaround.
Caleb Martin. Man, it is true what Jimmy Butler says, man. When Caleb Martin plays well, we win. He played horrible versus the Pistons. So no wonder we lost to the Pistons. I won't blame it all on Caleb Martin because Max, Bam, they a big reason why we lost that game, man. That defense that we're playing, and I know Laurie had like 6 steals, but man, he was not playing good defense. But Caleb, he's on here a lot.
Yeah, we got a problem already. Look at this. This Pistons player is not going anywhere with these dribbles. Yet watch this Heat player continue to have to backpedal, backpedal, one more backpedal. Your feet are moving when this Pistons player isn't. So now you're going to get blown by for two. Corey Joseph jab step cannot get you right here. Look at this jab step. Look at this Heat player. Boom. See how he moves his feet? Now he's playing off his back foot. Now Corey Joseph's got you, and he's right in the lane for a step back jumper. Why is this Heat player not just guarding this player one-on-one? Look at him feeling out this screen. The player hasn't come off the screen, yet you're feeling out the screen. So now you give up an open three. Cannot guard Bojan Bogdanovic like this. Your feet have got to be level to each other. When you're opening your hip like this, you can't slide with him when he goes the other way. So now he hits a step-back jumper.
That very last possession is exactly why we say, Tyler's a bad defender. It's just simple things like that. I mean, to be honest, he probably hits that shot on most players, but no surprise. Tyler Hero does show up here. I always said that at the end of the day, there's no way Tyler Hero said that and he didn't include himself in terms of saying that the team needs to play better defense. It is what it is. He is a part of the team. He's a part of the problem. But I was actually shocked by Caleb, Bam, Highsmith, how often they showed up. I mean, these guys are usually solid every night, and they didn't show up versus the Pistons guys. I mean, hopefully I could do some more videos like this in the future because I watch all the film sessions videos for the Miami Heat, and they include the opposing team, which obviously we don't really care about that, unless of course you want to see the highlights of the play that we scored, which I think everybody should definitely go look at Film Sessions channel. I'll go ahead and I'll put it in the description. But that's it for this video, guys.